everybody. So y'all are just jumping in here underway. We're on our way home from Bonnie Lake and trying to make it home in time for my premiere. Woo-wee, it's a little chilly out here. It's 43 degrees when I left home, and as it gets later in the day, of course, it gets a little chillier. Trying to remember what I did with my garage door opener. Before I left the house, I went and I put some moss stuff on my driveway. Might have been a critical error. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be I'm pretty sure it's not a good idea to have all that wet stuff on the ground at this temperature, but it is what it is. I'll just be careful when I get home. I think we're getting off on Pioneer and going out the back way from what my friend said. This is the one that I went to the toy run with. A lot of people always want to go out and ride and stuff, but usually Jennifer's the only one that shows up, which is kind of cool. Lots of people, you know, they want to go ride until it's time to put your boots on. And that's just how it is. But anyway, it is me, Lila, Gma Rides. I'm out doing something interesting, and thanks for coming along. In this case, I'm hopeful of getting home before I freeze. Not really. I've got heated grips, and I've got a nice warm jacket. Got a couple of layers of long johns on, and woo, he's going in a hurry, isn't he? But yeah, I hate being around those trucks behind them, you know, especially after they've gotten rid of their load, because they don't have the curtain over the top, and little bits of debris tend to bounce out. I remember one time when I was traveling, I was in Oklahoma, and I don't know what those curtain things are called, but it started unfurling. I don't think somebody had secured it as well as they should have, and so it started kind of unfurling, and I was afraid it was going to come and get me. And so it was a matter of I speeded up, of course, and went around. And I think we're taking the next exit. Yeah, because this is the 512 shuffle. This is the time of day it gets really thick out here. And you know what? If I get to do it, you guys get to do it. Yep. It's beautiful here, but it does get cold this time of day, and it does get trafficky. Never used to be quite this bad. But it is what it is. It's one of the things you have to do if you want to ride a motorcycle around here. Yeah. Oh hum. Kept expecting my daughter to call me. She usually calls me after work on her way home, but she hasn't yet. See, look at all that traffic up there. And I'm pretty sure this is where we're turning off, because she said yep. She said Pioneer, so yeah. That Meeker Mansion, I've been to that Meeker Mansion. It's pretty cool. They were doing a attic to basement walkthrough one time, kind of a behind the scenes tour. It was really cool. I love to go to those kind of places when they're old and you know, just kind of like not really pristine and pretty and stuff, and they're kind of scruffy looking. Yeah, but I loved it because they let me even go up into the attic, and I was admiring something and the lady's like, well, you can touch that. I was like, no, I don't want to touch it. I don't want to break anything. So we're just getting off the freeway in Puyallup for those of you who are not from the area. And I believe we're going to be going out Pioneer and heading up 72nd, if I have judged my lead person correctly. I think that's the way we're going, because we're trying to avoid traffic while staying off the really bad back roads that might have ice or uncontrolled intersections. Certain times of day, I always prefer to be on a controlled intersection type thing. Oh, they bedazzled their license plate frame. You guys probably couldn't see that, but I could. There's a couple of second-hand stores down here that I really enjoy going to, too. You know, like when I'm just sitting around the house and nothing to do, it's rainy, and you just want to get out of the house and go wander around in public for a while. Yeah. Actually, Jennifer and I tend to go do that every once in a while. It's kind of fun. Usually we take our motorcycles to get there, though, and it's kind of nice to do it that way because then you don't wind up buying stuff. I see blue lights over there. I wonder what they're doing. Look at this woman staring at us. She wishes she was us. I don't know, man. I'm not sure. So yeah, this is the town of Puyallup, and as predicted, the sun is right in my eyes, and so probably yours as well. Sorry about that. Puyallup Pizza? Huh. Kind of reminds me of the sign at Mystic Pizza, that one. It's a really old movie. But see, there's Meeker Mansion I was just telling you guys about. That fence is relatively new, and I think it's probably a really good idea because with the influx of homeless people and others that have bad ideas, that's a lot of empty space for people to go hang out in, and we don't need to provide them that because the people that work at the Meeker Mansion go through. Yeah, it's gorgeous. But yeah, the people that work there go through a lot of work to keep it beautiful, and without going too much into making it so beautiful that it's untouchable. I just loved it when I went that time. I've been a few times. I might see if she wants to go again sometime. I also want to go to LeMay's Museum. There's a car museum down by the Tacoma Dome. They've also got motorcycles there, of course. And LeMay's also has another automobile and motorcycle place out by where they used to have a Catholic, what do you call it, where all the nuns live? Convent type area, school. Yeah, it was a Catholic school. And then the sisters moved in there, and then LeMay's bought it out when the sisters decided that they weren't going to sister in there anymore. And yeah, and my friend was working as a caretaker there, and he let me go in one time and wander around. It was really, really cool. But yeah, I'd like to go back there sometime. They have events constantly out there. I always wanted to go volunteer some time there, but I don't have enough time to do all the things I want to do. Sorry, I had to turn my heated grips off. So this is downtown Puyallup. The main street through it is Meridian, and we are currently on Pioneer. So we're going to be going past where Pioneer and Meridian intersect. Meridian goes all the way from South Hill up by Edgewood up to South Hill. Well, I guess it's not South Hill. That's South North Hill. But anyway, so it goes all the way up South Hill by where my daughter lives out. Yeah. South Hill to South Hill. Good Lord. Sometimes I listen to myself, the things that I record, and I cringe a little bit. I don't know. I guess you guys would rather have me focus on writing than talking. I don't know. Maybe I'll have a spot this blooper contest sometime. That would be fun. Lord knows there'd be a lot of them. Yeah, they've done a lot downtown Puyallup here. Not sure that I'm very fond of it, but I mean, growth is inevitable. I can remember sitting there one night. We won't talk about that though. Yeah. Some things just don't always bear repeating. Get Right Studio Tattoos. Huh. Cool. And a big vacant lot right here. Somebody's going to sell that for a lot of money one of these days. Or maybe the city already owns it. It's hard to say. But yeah. I think she can hear me. Which is kind of funny because I think this is the side that she can't hear very well on. Those, see that little book, that little free library over there? Yeah, that little beige building there. Yeah. It's just in front of, I think it's a school. Probably an elementary school. Yep. But yeah. So anyway, I think we're coming to the end of another segment, you people. And just like that, the video ended. Did she live happily ever after? Well, of course she did. She's me. I'm having a great life. I hope you enjoyed this. Enough to like, comment, subscribe, and of course ring that bell. Share with your friends and share with your enemies, okay? And now, my classic outro. GoPro, stop recording.